Next week, we've got one more very special interview for you. A bonus episode, because when a matriarch calls and when this matriarch calls, oh, you answer.
That's why I fight so hard. Now, I tell them every day, you belong anywhere. I mean, since they were little girls, you belong anywhere you choose to be.
Can you guess who it is? This one is so special, y'all. I'll see you next week.
Squad, let me tell you something right now. You know it's special when two powerhouses like Meghan Markle and Tina Knowles, yes, the matriarch of the Knowles-Carter empire, sit down for a raw, intimate conversation that none of us saw coming. Just when we thought season 1 of Confessions of a Female Founder was wrapped up with a bow, Meghan did what she always does. She surprised us. She delivered a moment of magic, and let me tell you, this one matters. Now, Lemonada Media, the production company behind the podcast, had literally finished the season. Mics were packed, recording was over. And then the phone rang. And on the other end, one of the most influential, wise and fierce cultural matriarchs of our time, Tina Knowles. Not just Beyoncé's mother, not just the woman behind Solange's strength and creative brilliance, but a woman who helped shape the blueprint for what it means to raise confident, successful, unapologetically black daughters in a world that's constantly trying to shrink us. And Meghan? Oh, she didn't hesitate, because when a matriarch calls, you answer, and not just because of who she raised, but because of who she is. Let that sink in for a moment. Meghan Markle, one of the most talked about, attacked, analysed women in the world, chose Tina Knowles to be her bonus guest, not a socialite, not some flashy headline grabber. No, she chose a matriarch, a woman of substance, a woman with battle scars and wisdom to match, because Meghan's not interested in chasing clout. She's curating conversations that matter. And just hearing Meghan's voice in the teaser, that calm, elegant energy as she said, "When this matriarch calls, you answer." You could feel the respect, the alignment, the mutual power in that moment. Because this wasn't just an interview, it was a meeting of legacies. Let's be real. Tina Knowles doesn't do fluff, and Meghan doesn't do fake. So when these two women sat down, what came out of it wasn't tabloid trash or gossip bait. It was truth. It was grit. It was the story of how women survive, how they uplift each other, and how they pass the torch from one generation to the next. Now let's get into what Tina shared, because, honey, it was powerful. She talked about her mission to protect and fight for her family. She spoke about the lessons she taught Beyoncé and Solange when they were just little girls, telling them every single day, you belong anywhere you choose to be. Do you hear that? Let me say it again for the people in the back. You belong anywhere you choose to be. Now, if that doesn't sound like a message straight from Meghan's own journey, I don't know what does. Because let's not forget, Meghan has been told by the British press, the palace machine, and their bitter little media cronies that she didn't belong, that she was an outsider, that she should be grateful, silent, obedient. They wanted her to be a puppet. But what did she do instead? She claimed her space. She walked away. She built something new. And now she's creating platforms for women like Tina to speak truth to power. And isn't it poetic that Tina Knowles once doubted whether anyone would even care about her memoir Matriarch? She thought people only cared about Beyoncé. The same way Meghan was once told that no one cared about her unless she was wearing a tiara and curtsying for the cameras. But both of these women, Meghan and Tina, they found their voice. They stepped into the spotlight not because someone gave them permission, but because they had something to say. And thank God they did. Tina's memoir started as a story about fashion, about designing costumes for Destiny's Child. But as she kept writing, it became something deeper. A reflection on motherhood, on sacrifice, on resilience. It became a blueprint for what it means to build something lasting. And that, my loves, is what Meghan is doing with this podcast. Now let's take a step back. Why is this moment so important? Because we live in a media landscape where women, especially black women, are constantly reduced to sound bites and scandal, where Meghan has been dragged through the mud for existing outside the mould. But here she is, not just surviving, but thriving, telling her story, lifting others up, and aligning herself with a woman who has weathered the exact same storms. And let me just say this This podcast moment wasn't just for us to enjoy, it was a warning shot to the haters, to the royal commentators who said Meghan was irrelevant, to the trolls who mock her every move, to the tabloids still publishing clickbait about her like she's not already on another level. Meghan just told the world, I'm here, I'm working, and I'm not alone. She's backed by voices like Tina Knowles. She's walking hand in hand with Beyoncé, exchanging birthday wishes and parenting tips. She's being uplifted by a community that spans generations, genres and global borders. And don't think we didn't notice that date night at Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter concert at Sophie Stadium. Meghan and Harry showed up unbothered, dressed like royalty, glowing, together. And it wasn't just about music, it was a statement: we are thriving, we are still in love, and we are living life on our own terms. That's what the tabloids can't handle, that no matter how much mud they sling, Meghan's still shining. Harry's still devoted. And their circle, it includes people like Tina Knowles, Oprah, Tyler Perry, Serena Williams, and yes, Beyoncé. So while Piers Morgan is somewhere frothing at the mouth trying to get attention, Meghan is making moves, quietly, strategically, with elegance, with power. And what makes this even sweeter is that Meghan's podcast isn't about selling products or building clout. It's about legacy. It's about leadership. It's about amplifying the voices of women who've actually done the work, women who've built empires, families, communities. That's what makes Confessions of a Female Founder different. It's not just another celebrity podcast, it's a cultural archive. So what do, squad? We support it. We stream that episode the moment it drops. We share it far and wide. We lift up Tina's memoir. And we keep reminding the world that Meghan is not only relevant, she's essential. She's creating safe spaces. She's leading conversations. She's building bridges. She's doing the work. This isn't about royalty. It's about respect. It's about making sure that when our daughters look back at this era, they see women like Meghan and Tina holding the line, speaking up, standing tall, and never letting anyone dim their light. So to every hater, troll, and bitter tabloid writer clinging to outdated narratives, Meghan just hit you with another win. And guess what? There's more where that came from. And to our Royal Sussex Squad family, thank you for riding with us, for standing with Meghan, for refusing to stay silent. This community is growing every day because we believe in truth, love and dignity. And we will always have Meghan's back. Meghan Markle joins forces with Beyoncé's mother in surprise. Podcast Tina Knowles has authored a best-selling memoir titled Matriarch. Lemonada Media announced today that Meghan Markle's podcast Confessions of a Female Founder will release a bonus episode next week featuring Tina Knowles, mother of Beyoncé and Solange. The production company revealed the surprise addition after initially wrapping the first season, stating they received a call that we couldn't ignore from one of the most influential and inspiring matriarchs in culture today. Meghan's voice appeared in the promotional material, saying, "Next week, we've got one more very special interview for you, a bonus episode. Because when a matriarch calls, and when this matriarch calls, oh, you answer." In a brief clip from the upcoming episode, Knowles opened up to Meghan about why she fights so hard for her famous family, which includes daughters Beyoncé and Solange, as well as her 4 grandchildren. Meghan Markle joins forces with Beyoncé's mother in surprise podcast, Getty. She shared the advice she has given her daughters since childhood. "I tell them every day since they were little girls, you belong anywhere you choose to be." Both daughters found fame early in life and have flourished into massively successful artists and mothers in their own right. The episode will connect to Knowles' recent memoir, Matriarch, which tells her life story in her own words. The 71-year-old fashion designer initially hesitated to write the book, admitting to people, "I thought people only want to know all my kids' business. They're not going to be interested in me." Lemonada Media. We had just wrapped Confessions of a Female Founder and packed up the mics until a call came in that we couldn't ignore. On the line was one of the most influential and inspiring matriarchs in culture today. Naturally, we hit record. At Meghan Says It Best, this one is special. We hope you'll join us for a bonus episode of Confessions of a Female Founder coming next Tuesday. While you wait, we'd love to know, do you have any idea who our guest is? However, she discovered a deeper story through the creative process. "I've lived this incredible life, And you really don't realize it until you start writing everything down, she continued. Originally focused on her life in the spotlight, designing costumes for Destiny's Child, the memoir evolved into a more detailed personal account. Meghan quotes connection with Knowles and her famous family spans many years. The Duchess and Beyoncé have frequently expressed mutual admiration, meeting at the Lion King premiere in July 2019, where the music icon dubbed Meghan "my princess." Since then, they have shared parenting tips, birthday wishes, and encouraging messages. Beyoncé even messaged Meghan after her life-changing interview with Oprah Winfrey in March 2021. "I still can't believe she knows who I am," Meghan marveled on the couple's Netflix series. Harry and Meghan recently attended Beyoncé's Cowboy Carter tour at Sophie Stadium in Los Angeles for a date night. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe right now so you never miss these deep dives into the truth behind the headlines. And if you love what we do, if you want to help us keep shining a light on Meghan and Harry's incredible journey, tap that super thanks button below and support the work. Every dollar helps us keep telling these stories the way they deserve to be told, without the lies, without the spin, and without apology. Until next time, stay loud, stay proud, stay royal. This is the Royal Sussex Squad, and we're just getting started. Peace, love and power.